For all of you out there that might have the same issues I had my oil pan rusted through, and everything I found about replacing an oil pan involved to some extent hoisting up the engine, disconnecting the transmission, all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm sorry about the video quality. I'm sliding around out of my truck right now. So I found that if you go to the front of the engine where your sump tube connects to your oil pump, there is a screw right here in front. Now there is another one towards the rear holding the tube up. This is the gasket, which is pretty much like a metal frame, and this is the oil pan. So if you go through all the steps as you would do an oil change, dump the oil, take the filter off, and then pop all the bolts, you will have to disconnect a flywheel cover that connects to your transmission and to the bottom of the engine. Once you take that down, then you can drop the oil pan and the oil pan will not come out. This is what's stopping you right here, because it needs to slide towards the rear of the truck. This is gonna stop it right at that tube, which is your sump tube. That's your oil pump up there, and then this pretty much goes almost like an S shape down over towards the back, and then down again into the sump, into the lowest part of your oil pan. So once you drop the oil pan loose like this, you can hold it with your knee on the back side, just so you can get this about 1.5 inches of clearance. And if you remove that screw and you remove the other one in the back, the sump tube drops in the oil pan and the gasket comes down with it. That way you can pretty much ease them right out of there. You shouldn't have to bang on anything. Let me see if I can show you the one in the rear. Okay. You can see it right there. There's the other one holding it. You can see the sump tube, and then it just comes down in the pan. So if you remove that screw, that's actually just enough. So there is a thread that starts coming off, and this is actually part of it. This big metal chunk, that's actually part of the gasket. Yeah, without dropping the tube in the pan, it will not clear right here at the bottom of the transmission. Because right now, if I try to pull it out, it won't come out. It doesn't allow this end to drop down or slide over, because it's binding the frame. It's binding onto the frame right there. So remove the front, remove the back, gasket and tube will drop in the oil pan. Just slide them all together, and then pretty much the same in reverse to put them back together. Right here is the bottom of the flywheel, and then there is a cover. There is a cover that goes right here, and then it covers the last 4 bolts. Cover the last 4 bolts on the oil pan. Let me see if I can show you how that cover looks like. Okay, this right here, that's the cover. Just like that. Rear of the vehicle, front of the rear vehicle. That covers the flywheel. This transmission pan, 2014 Ram 2500 6.4 hemi. Hole right there. That's how I found out about the oil pan, because the transmission pan started leaking. And this is the oil pan. And that's 7 years. So this became more obvious once I scraped off the rust. That's a 7-year truck. That's the transmission pan. So if you got any questions, you can give me a call at 571-405-7677. Hope you guys enjoy.